According to Plato, the most important qualification of a leader is not wanting to be a leader. I don't know whether this happened to you before or you experienced this before. You are elected or nominated by your peers to lead them. You are asked, even in church, to read. And the response is an excuse. And you say that I'm not ready, I don't think I have what it takes to meet the expectation of these people. I don't think I can read well. Meanwhile, we all know that you can read well. We all know that you can lead us. All of a sudden, you realize that you start feeling you don't have what it takes. You start doubting yourself. It actually happened to all leaders. Some of us were in the seminary and we've been praying to be ordained, and the time comes and it's about a year to the ordination and you realize that you are not prepared. You start saying, no, I don't have what it takes. You don't have what it takes to meet the expectation of the people. Is it about holiness? You realize that no, I'm not holy enough. I can't pray enough. Is it about human relationship? You realize that our relationship is not all that good. Is it about intellectual capabilities? You realize that I'm not intelligent enough. So you start doubting yourself and you even want the years to be extended. Some people go to their bishops and ask for some time to think about their lives all over again. It can happen to any of us, and it happened to Prophet Isaiah today in the first reading. When he was called by God, he gave an excuse. He saw kind of a vision or in a trance. He had his own experience, like taken to heaven. He was wowed by that experience. And he was like, woe is me, I am doomed. For I am a man of unclean lips, living among people of unclean lips. After he confessed his unworthiness, his unpreparedness to lead and to be the voice of God, he was touched by God. He was ready and he was like, here I am, Lord, I come to do your will. Paul talked about his experience as well in the second reading. He considered himself as a aborted child, least among the apostles. But he could say with conviction that he worked. He did better than all of them. And Paul could boast by saying, I have fought a good fight at the end. I have finished the race. And what I'm waiting for is the crown. In the gospel reading, we have seen Peter worked the whole night, couldn't catch any fish, best fisherman. Expert, experience, but his experience couldn't help. After he met Jesus, after he listened to Jesus and got the result that he wanted, he realized his unworthiness before Jesus. And he said, no, leave me alone, for I am unworthy. And Jesus actually called him. He left everything and followed Jesus. That is what happened when we decide to surrender ourselves to God. We can learn a lot from today's reading, but I would like us to consider a few. The first one, let us change our philosophy, our principle of what can I do for God to what can God do through me. You see, so we have been saying, what can I do for God? Why don't you change it to what can God do through me? It's not by your power, it's not by your might. God created us in his image and likeness to be able to do extraordinary things. All you need to do is to make yourself available and depend totally on God. Once you depend on God, God uses you to glorify himself. Don't be thinking about your capabilities and what you can do, but what God can do through you. Paul will say, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me.